This Bugatti wasn't totaled because it was too damaged. It was totaled because Bugatti didn't want anyone fixing it, and the worst possible person is now fixing it. Matt Armstrong is a YouTuber who rebuilds wrecked supercars in his driveway. Lamborghinis, Ferraris, McLarens. He's built a career out of proving the impossible can be done with patience, parts, and a refusal to quit. But this time, he didn't buy the car himself. His friend Alex did, and when Alex asked Matt to help rebuild it, they didn't just start a project, they started a war. The car was a Bugatti Chiron Pur Sport, one of 60 ever made, $3 million new, crashed hard in Los Angeles, then shipped to a UK salvage auction where Alex placed the winning bid, $650,000. Alex thought he'd bought a project. Bugatti thought he'd bought a crime scene. If you enjoy impossible rebuilds and real behind-the-scenes stories like this, you'll want to stick around, because what happened next exposed a system most supercar owners never see. The crash wasn't minor. Front end obliterated, chassis bent, carbon fiber shattered across 3 panels, the kind of damage that makes insurance companies walk away without asking questions. But Matt had done worse. He'd rebuilt a flooded Huracan, a fire-damaged 720S, a rollover GTR that looked like it had been dropped from a bridge. This was brutal, yes, but not impossible. So Alex ordered parts. That's where Bugatti stepped in. Bugatti's response wasn't a negotiation, it was a shutdown. They told Alex the car's VIN had been blacklisted, no parts would be sold, no repairs would be authorized. The car was officially declared unrepairable by the manufacturer, and that decision was final, not because it couldn't be fixed, because Bugatti didn't want them fixing it. Here's what most people don't know. When a Bugatti is totaled, the factory has a protocol. They offer to buy the wreck back, they transport it to France, they strip it for parts, crush what's left, and ensure it never touches a road again. It's about control. Bugatti doesn't want totaled Chirons limping around with rebuilt titles. They don't want YouTubers in garages attempting repairs on cars worth more than houses. And they certainly don't want the liability of a catastrophic failure traced back to a car they said was dead. So they blacklist the VIN, no parts, no service, no support. The car becomes a ghost in their system. Alex wasn't the first person to get blacklisted, but with Matt documenting everything, they became the first to fight back publicly. Because Matt didn't plan to hide. He filmed everything. The damage assessment, the parts requests, the refusal emails, Bugatti's offer to buy the car back from Alex for below market value. Every detail went straight to Matt's 2 million YouTube subscribers, and that changed everything. Bugatti's argument was safety. A Chiron isn't a regular car. It hits 260 mph. The forces involved at that speed are violent. Every component is engineered to tolerances most manufacturers don't even attempt. One weak repair, one incorrectly torqued bolt, one aftermarket bracket, and the car becomes a missile. They said Matt didn't have the tools. They said he didn't have the training. They said the car was designed to be unrepairable outside a factory certified facility, and allowing him to proceed would put lives at risk. On paper, it's hard to argue, but that's where the cracks started showing. Because Bugatti's position had a problem, the price. When Alex requested parts, Bugatti didn't say they were unavailable. They said the repair would cost over $1.8 million for parts and labor at a Bugatti certified facility with mandatory factory oversight. That's more than Alex paid for the entire car, more than the car was worth after the crash. It was a number designed to end the conversation, but it raised a question Matt's audience couldn't ignore. If the repair truly cost $1.8 million, why was Bugatti offering to buy the wreck back from Alex for $400,000? If it was unrepairable, the wreck should be worthless. If it was repairable, the buyback was suspiciously low. Bugatti didn't answer that question publicly. Then Matt started sourcing parts himself, not from Bugatti, from the aftermarket, from other wrecked Chirons in Dubai and Germany, from suppliers who worked on Volkswagen Group platforms and recognized shared components. Because here's what Bugatti doesn't advertise. The Chiron shares parts with other VW Group cars, not the engine, not the carbon tub, but smaller components, sensors, fasteners, control modules, pieces that Bugatti charges $500 for that cost $60 on a Bentley or Audi. Matt found them and he started rebuilding. That's when the standoff became a spectacle. Bugatti had the VIN blacklisted, but they couldn't stop independent suppliers. They had the leverage of reputation, but Matt had the leverage of transparency. Every refusal, every inflated quote, every attempt to pressure Alex into selling went public. Matt's audience grew. The comments section became a referendum on right to repair, and Bugatti's silence became a liability. Because this wasn't just about one car anymore, it was about who gets to decide what happens after a crash. The owner who holds the title, or the manufacturer who built it. Bugatti's position is clear. Their cars are too advanced, too dangerous, too valuable to trust anyone outside their controlled ecosystem. But Matt and Alex's position is equally clear. If you own something, you should have the right to fix it. And the legal ground is murky. Right to repair laws exist for tractors, for phones, for medical equipment, but for a $3 million hypercar, there's no precedent, no regulation, just a fight between a corporation with infinite lawyers and a YouTuber with a camera helping his friend. Stick with me, because what happened when Matt actually got the car running changes how this story ends. Month 5. Matt had replaced the front subframe, rebuilt the suspension. Sourced a replacement bumper from a Chiron in the Middle East. The carbon tub miraculously was intact. He powered it on. All systems functional, no warning lights. The car that Bugatti said was beyond saving was idling in a garage in Derbyshire. Matt posted the video, 4 million views in 2 days. Bugatti still said nothing. But the car wasn't roadworthy, not legally, because even though it ran, even though the damage was repaired, the VIN was still blacklisted. No inspection agency in the UK would certify it. No insurer would touch it. Bugatti's refusal to remove the blacklist meant the car was technically drivable, but legally dead. Matt could start it, Alex couldn't register it, and that's where Bugatti's leverage remains. Because here's the trap, even if Matt finishes the rebuild, even if every component is perfect, even if independent engineers certify the car as safe, Bugatti can still refuse to remove the VIN blacklist. And without that, the car is a garage queen forever. No resale value, no road legality, no vindication, just a very expensive point proven. So Bugatti made one final offer. They'd buy the car back from Alex, fully rebuilt for $900,000, still below market value for a Pur Sport, still a loss for Alex after parts and labor, but it would end the fight. Alex didn't respond immediately. Because this was never about the money, it was about the principle. The idea that a manufacturer shouldn't be able to kill a car just because they don't want it fixed. That ownership should mean something beyond a piece of paper. That repair shouldn't require permission from the people who sold it to you. Bugatti sees it differently. They see a liability, a reputation risk, a car that could fail at 200 mph and destroy everything they've built. Both sides have a point. Neither will back down. The Chiron is still in Matt's garage, running, rebuilt, unregistered. Bugatti's blacklist is still active. The offer is still on the table, and the question is still unanswered. Matt sees a machine with infinite potential. Bugatti sees a liability they can't control. The community watches, divided. Some call him a hero, fighting corporate overreach. Others call him reckless, gambling with lives for pride. The car exists in legal limbo, alive but forbidden. A machine without papers, without permission, without a future on public roads. It's a testament to human ingenuity or a ticking time bomb, depending on who you ask. And somewhere in Stuttgart, engineers are watching, wondering if their creation will prove them right or prove them wrong. So who should decide if this car lives again, the owner or the manufacturer?